Tips for releasing anger and understanding it better in your body. My name's Alaya Pritchard. I'm a trauma-informed breathwork facilitator, an emotions and embodied boundaries coach, and I have my master's in couples and family therapy. I used to work with kids from trauma backgrounds, actually, and they were very, very angry because they'd never felt safe in family settings and relationships in their bodies, really ever. So let's explore anger and see if we can't kind of expand our social expectations with anger. We get a lot of conflicting messages around anger as a society across genders and identities. So men are often taught that it's only masculine for them to feel anger. So they mask all other emotions, grief, fear, frustration, with anger. And then they're shamed for expressing anger and dominating or making other people scared and expressing aggression. The goal is, of course, safe emotional expression and full ownership of your emotions. And often as women, and of course these are all just generalizations, we're taught that we don't have any validity in anger, that it's not meant to be there, that we shouldn't be expressing it. I see anger as the energy of intention, so let's work with it a little bit. An emotion is a sensation in your body paired with a conscious thought, making meaning out of that sensation. So you get to choose how you feel your feelings in that way. You don't get to choose what you feel necessarily, but you can work with what you feel in a very different way than you've been taught, which is typically avoidance, isolation, constriction, or projection. Anger is one of those emotions that often gets projected, though some of us just shut it down and we bury it deep inside of our bodies. You likely experienced some sort of stress illness if you are doing this. It's a big energy to be holding in. The way that I interpret anger, though, is that it is indicating to you that you feel out of control of meeting your need, desire, or expectation. So instead of in the moment where something exterior to you, a person, place, or thing, is not giving you what you want, instead of going inside and adapting in that moment, saying, how can I access this from a place that is conscious, centered, and empowered? You project the emotion out onto somebody else. You blame and you feel like you're a victim because somebody has taken this opportunity to get that need met away from you. Now, of course, we know that you have an infinite ability to adapt. So what we do with anger is we just recognize it. Maybe you apologize to it. You say, I'm sorry that you're upset by that. I'm sorry that you feel disappointed, right? Anger is a mask for emotion. So what's the emotion underneath it? Disappointment, frustration, fear. I'm so sorry that you didn't get what you wanted today. And not in a condescending way, in a really beautifully reparenting way to that inner child, to that part of you that feels out of control. I want you to breathe. I want you to take space. I want you to understand that the anger is yours and it is not other people's. It is yours to process through your body. From there, ask yourself, what is the need I desired to be met? Did I want to go to this class and they told me I couldn't go in? Did I want this relationship to look one way, but now it looks like a completely different way? Did I want that person to show up and treat me in a particular way, but they showed up and treated me totally differently? What am I trying to get met when it comes to my needs or expectations or desires? I'm trying to meet my need for fun, for love, for connection, for respect, for appreciation. What is it for you? Recognizing you cannot control the people and things outside of you. What can you do to turn towards yourself, take full ownership of that need, and to meet it for yourself in a way that is available? That might mean dating someone else. It might mean releasing unhealthy relationships. And it might mean choosing some different path and trusting that what's available to you is available to you for a reason. And maybe you need to talk to other people and get more options, right? Maybe the thing that will meet the need isn't in your world yet. So you need to expand your window of consciousness and awareness about what's available to you. I know this is a lot of options, but this is the process of releasing emotion in a way that doesn't bypass it or shame it or judge it. This is how we work with emotions in ways that move us forward towards the person that we want to be. Someone that is deeply self-empowered, that can self-direct their own healing process, that can be centered and present and adapt fluidly no matter what is happening outside of them, so that they are in alignment and they can express themselves authentically and respectfully and stay connected in the ways that feel really, really good. I want you to take a deep breath and breathe. I want you to remind yourself that anger is yours. It's not somebody else's. It's not their fault. It's yours. This is your energy moving through your body. You can connect to the anger if you have the opportunity to get into conversation with it, or take space so that you can do that. Witness it, listen to it, and identify all the other emotions and needs that are underneath there. What was the goal of that anger? And then allow the energy to move. So we're not sitting here contracting or building. We're allowing the energy of anger to move. We're seeing it, we're witnessing it, we're validating it, but we are taking full ownership for it. And you might take a pillow and do some pillow slams on the bed or on the floor. You might do some wall work where you place your hands on the wall. You get my notes here. Where you place your hand on the wall and your feet firmly on the ground. So we're allowing anger to meet presence, which is really important. We're pressing our hands into the wall, pushing that energy, breathing it into the earth, into the drywall, into other energies that can remetabolize that anger. We're letting it move from the body. And then we are bringing us into the present moment, because anger so often wants to project into the future, right? We get angry because something we thought was going to happen, something we assumed or expected to happen, isn't happening. And instead of owning that and adapting to what is available, what can happen, we stay in a victim position and we blame it on other people and things. So bring that anger into the present, let that energy move through your body, and listen to what the anger needs you to do, what its goal is. When you know what you can do, what actions you can take those aligned actions to meet for yourself that need, desire, or expectation. Follow me for more information on emotional processing through to release and setting embodied, respectful, compassionate boundaries. You can release anger through your body in a respectful way. Let me know how it goes in the comments and what your questions might be. And for a free resource, check this out. It's freaking awesome.